Hello and welcome to What Matters and this episode of New Summaries. Just before we begin, I want to thank you all so much for the support on this Instagram account over the last week. I've had a real sort of great interaction and following with you guys, so hopefully it'll continue. Hopefully you find these interesting and informative, and they will be a bit longer than the 2 minutes I said. I think that's quite unrealistic, but let's get into it. So I've summarised a new story from each day last week, and let's see how we get on. So, Monday. The UK will spend at least £3 billion of international climate finance on preserving nature and biodiversity. It comes after Boris Johnson says we're losing species at an unconsignable rate. The funds will go towards marine and timber conservation, and it comes after Boris pledges to preserve 30% of the UK's land and ocean by the end of the decade. Prince Charles has also had a say in this, not only a royal but a campaigner for environmentalism for 50 years, and now he's come out and said to big companies to help join the campaign against the environment's mistreatment. So great work there, and that's got some royal coverage which will hopefully make it circulate quicker, which is brilliant. Tuesday, the charity Fight for Sight has advised to avoid eyesight problems in the future, we should look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds every 20 minutes. The advice comes after the newest lockdown rules mean more people will be looking at screens for longer, particularly to do with homeschooling. Opticians and eye charities are urging people to seek help if they struggle reading, they have migraines, or they struggle sleeping. And over 10,000 people were found to have missed opticians' appointments last year. So it's crucial that we go to those if you get called up for them and you're eligible. So please do go and get your eyes tested because it's so important. Wednesday, the government has apologised for the inadequate food parcels supplied to children who are meant to be on free school meals but obviously aren't in school. Gavin Williamson has said he's absolutely disgusted by the photos he's seen online. I'm sure you've seen them as well. Chartwells, who have supplied the majority of the meals, who are owned by the Compass Group, have apologised, and they're going to reward full refunds to all those who were under-promised, and they apologise for them not meeting the company's high standards. Marcus Rashford wants a full measure review and has spoken to Boris Johnson, the UK government, and they all come under the new government's £170 million grant scheme. So it's a bit of a shame we're seeing these companies not fulfilling their contracts and their promises. And I have seen more positive pictures released, and they do seem to be getting addressed. So if you're one of those people who has suffered and received one of those inadequate parcels, my heartfelt sorrows are with you, because it's really it's just not good enough. It's poor. So on Thursday, on the 20th of January, Lady Gaga and Jennifer Lopez are to perform at Joe Biden's inauguration. The 90-minute performance, titled Celebrating America, will feature artists such as Bon Jovi, Justin Timberlake, Demi Lovato and Ant Clemens. Washington will still be in a state of double lockdown, if you will, after the Capitol building was stormed on the 6th of January, as I'm sure you've seen those horrific images from America. Lady Gaga has also appeared with Joe Biden in 2016 during his It's On Us campaign to combat sexual assault cases in American universities, after two students at the University of California reported a professor and filed a legal complaint. So he's been very part of that humanitarian side behind the scenes, so it's great to see him coming into the presidency, and we'll see a lot more from him in the following weeks. Friday, has coronavirus made us more ethical consumers? Management consultancy firm Accenture have reported that 60% of their employees are making more sustainable, ethical and environmentally friendly choices, and 9 out of 10 say they're going to continue doing so. It's great work. The UK organic farming companies, the Soil Association, who specialise in vegan and vegetarian products, have a projected sales of 2.6 billion. That's on a 10-year high. Vegan products rose by 90% uptake last year. We're seeing a real change here to this sort of upcycling, the sustainable model. The clothing company Frugi, who made their clothes from recycled cotton, have announced a 60% rise in sales from last year. So it's great work on the upcycling front, and our generation are doing a fantastic job on Depop and all those sites to reduce, reuse, recycle. You heard the slogan, you've heard it before. So great work to everyone out there who is upcycling and joining the environmentalism, sort of paving the way there. So that's great stuff. Now, a story of determination and teamwork on Saturday. A team of 10 Nepali climbers have set a new world record, being the first to climb K2, the second highest mountain peak in the world. It's 200 metres below Everest, and only a handful have made it higher than 7,650 metres. K2 straddles the Pakistan and China border, and it's one of the 40 mountains in the world higher than 8,000 meters. I was lucky enough when I went to World Challenge in 2019 to summit the Stockangri mountain range. The Stockangri mountain on the Himalayan mountain range. This is a photo of me at the top of the summit, looking very cold and tired. It was 13 hours up and down. I'm sure you may have heard me say that before. So my summit was 20,000 feet. Theirs was 28,000 feet. So puts it in perspective there. But it's still, great work from them. It's a fantastic achievement, and it's great to see a full Nepali team, because normally they Sherpa people up, but it's great to see them pulling together and doing it themselves. So good on them. Now, Sunday, saving the music industry. Frank Turner, the folk punk singer, has played more than 2,500 gigs in his 15-year career and hopes to save the struggling industry. In 2020, he livestreamed 14 gigs from his house, and they raised £200,000, which all went to respective charities. And he's now restarting his campaign, #SaveThe30. And since he started the campaign last April, he's helped with Mark David, the CEO of the Music Venture Trust, have saved 900 small music venues from going under. So it's a great work, and it's great to see the team pulling together. Unfortunately, a lot of the music companies and associations aren't eligible under the new government scheme that they have released. I haven't put the stats in there, but there is something on it in the article that I'll attach in the description. So fantastic work there, and hopefully we'll be able to see the theatre and that sort of production industry back up on its feet in the inevitable future, hopefully, fingers crossed. Now, I've got two things to recommend to you before we end. 13 Minutes to the Moon is a great podcast. You can find it on the BBC Sounds app, and it's brought to you by the BBC World Service, talking about the Apollo mission between America and Russia and the space race. Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving it. I'm on episode 4, I think, so would highly recommend that, especially if you're struggling to get to sleep. It's very satisfying hearing the dialogue between Mission Control and the astronauts and Buzz Aldrin and stuff, so it's great work, and it's really, really good, so I would recommend. And a 3-part ITV drama series, The Pembrokeshire Murders, talks about a serial killer being connected to 4 murders in Wales, and it's a story of the DCIs and the team put enough evidence together to prosecute him. Really great drama. Loved it. It's on the ITV Hub now if you're interested. And that is it. That is the summary for this week. I hope you found that interesting, and I hope you found it informative. Do sort of communicate with me if you have any feedback or you want to say anything about it, because I hope, these weekly things, you do sort of get them and enjoy them. So that's great. I hope you will have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week on What Matters. Thank you very much.